Hi, this is Dr. Justin Marchegiani here, and today's talk is going to be on Skin Health 101. We're going to go over the underlying factors that cause our skin to go awry. And a lot of us are motivated by aesthetic reasons. We want to look good as best as we can on the outside, but we want to also go over what the skin issues on the outside means are deeper underlying issues. So let's actually talk about that here and break it down step by step. So the first thing is insulin. Insulin is a really important part of having healthy skin. So insulin is a hormone, it's a storage hormone that comes primarily from carbohydrate. And certain foods have higher glycemic index. What that means is the faster sugar from your food goes into your blood, that's a higher glycemic index. So high glycemic index are refined sugars, and then lower glycemic index foods are going to be like your berries and even your vegetables. Very, very low glycemic index. So carbohydrates necessarily aren't bad, it's just how fast they go into your blood sugar, which then spikes insulin up and down. So the goal is you want to be eating foods that are going to be lower on the glycemic index that are carbohydrates. So really cutting out the refined sugars, that's really important, Xing that out, and making sure our blood sugar isn't swinging up and down throughout the day. So what that means is this. If you're skipping meals throughout the day, especially breakfast, if you're not eating enough protein and fat at your meals, or you're going too long between meals, that can set up your blood sugar so it swings up and down throughout the day. And then when that happens, when your blood sugar swings, so this is blood sugar here, I'm going to mark BS there, your insulin also swings. And when your insulin swings as well, that's insulin. Insulin drives androgen production in the body, and those androgens will cause the sebaceous glands, the glands inside the skin, to produce oils. And the bacteria in the skin then feeds off of those oils, and we can develop skin lesions or routine acne. That's step one. Step two, gut health, really important. Each step kind of ties into one another, because if we're eating a whole bunch of insulin-stimulating foods, we're going to have bad gut health. So again, healthy bacteria in the gut is really important. There's a terminology known as dysbiosis. What that means is when we're dysbiotic, we have a high amount of bad bacteria in relationship to good bacteria. And we typically want it flipped. We want more good bacteria than bad. Ideally 80-20, 90-10 good to about the 10% bad. So again, we need healthy digestion for that. So we need to make sure we're making enough hydrochloric acid specifically, as well as enzymes. If we're not making enough digestive secretions to break down the foods, we're going to have dysbiosis. So the result of bad digestion is dysbiosis. And if our gut is off for too long, that can actually suppress our immune system and make us open to longer-term fungal, bacterial, and even parasitic infections that may require just more than just lifestyle changes. And a great majority of the population has that type of chronic infection going on that you want to avoid. Next is a good balance of bacteria to bad bacteria. We already kind of touched upon that. And sometimes it's not enough just to throw probiotics in the mix. One of the analogies I created for probiotics is, well, throwing probiotics is kind of like throwing probiotics into your tummy is kind of like taking a really dirty car and bringing it to get your car waxed before you get it washed. Well, it kind of makes sense. You don't want to get the car waxed first because you don't want to trap in all that dirt against the surface of the car. You get the car washed first, and then the car's surface is more receptive to that wax. The same thing with many people's guts is their tummies are more receptive to that good bacteria when there's actually room for it, when we kind of cleared out those ecological niches and made room for that good bacteria. We kind of touched upon that too. Next is toxins. So we have external toxins and we have internal toxins. So external toxins are toxins from the environment. And these could be BPA, phthalates, the myriad of different chemicals that are dumped on us every year through conventional produce, pesticides, chemicals, rodenticides, fungicides. And basically, our skin is one of our largest mechanisms of detoxification. It's known as our integumentary system. So our body will literally push toxins out through the skin. And you know this if you go in a swimming pool, just maybe a couple hours later, you'll literally sweat out some of that chlorine as a means of detoxification. So external toxins are really important because our body needs to have good, healthy skin to be able to push those out. And if our skin is bogged down by pushing up all these external toxins, it's increased chance of bacteria and clogged pores and just unhealthy complexion of your skin. Next are internal toxins. So we have things known as mycotoxins. We have mycotoxins in the environment from like peanuts and bad coffee. But if we have fungus in our gut, an overgrowth of fungus in our gut, we can actually make our own mycotoxins. And mycotoxins will disrupt peristalsis. So what peristalsis is just a big word for being able to create wave-like contractions in our intestines to literally push food out. So think of a toothpaste container. You kind of roll it up, you roll the toothpaste, and then the toothpaste comes out the other end. It's the same thing with our intestines. The rolling that toothpaste roll is like the peristalsis. It's pushing that toothpaste along, or it's pushing the food, soon to be stool, out our intestines into the toilet. So internal toxins, external toxins, we kind of already dealt with that. So again, this kind of clears back up to the gut health. Having good, healthy, clean gut will be the solution there as well. But it still produces toxins. Next, nutrition and supplementation. So I'm a big fan of diet first. I mean, supplements, they're called supplements for a reason because they're meant to supplement a good diet. If they were meant to be by themselves, they'd be called replacements, not supplements. So again, fatty acids are really important. We can do good quality omega-3 fatty acids, high quality fish oil, or even cod liver oil is excellent. There's research showing that, and that helps decrease the dysbiotic bacteria in the gut, which can then help to producing healthy skin. Plus, good fats actually provide water and hydration to the skin. There's research on that as well. A lot of times, if you're just drinking water, you'll notice it may not get to the skin because that water needs to be transferred via fats to get there. Next, probiotics. We kind of already alluded to that. Most people will actually do better cleaning out their gut first than actually just taking probiotics. That's why a good gut cleanse is highly recommended. You can use herbs like oregano oil, artemisia, golden seal, various berberine compounds, various silver compounds. They can be really helpful at cleaning out the gut. Again, I recommend doing that under the supervision of a functional medicine doctor. Some people even benefit by actually getting a stool test first to actually assess what's going on in the environment. And then last but not least, collagen can be very, very helpful. So collagen is basically a sequence of proteins, typically comes from bones, right? You see it in bone marrow. If you put some good bone marrow into a crock pot and let it sit over 10, 12 hours, you're going to be able to extract all that really good collagen from that bones, and then you'll be able to slurp it down, and it'll give you what's called hyaluronic acid. So collagen has hyaluronic acid, which is really helpful. Hyaluronic acid is what's injected. If you go to the dermatologist's office and you want a natural solution for wrinkles, they'll literally inject hyaluronic acid into the various wrinkles to help improve it. But we can actually get it through our diet, and I'm a big fan of supplementing with collagen and good grass-fed whey protein. Then you can get about 20 or 30 grams of collagen per day, and it has great aesthetic benefits. I also use it for patients because it helps with ligaments and tendons and cartilage and joint support too, but has a nice, pleasant side effect of having good aesthetics in hair and skin and nails. Well, this is Dr. Justin here signing off. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want more information or you want to get your gut assessed, feel free to check out the information below the video, and you'll be able to find how to get to our website and YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Have a great day.